Thank you for Patreon now for donating to the Patreon. Hey guys, it's Video, so back in our Cardfight Vanguard Dear Days video. So I hope you guys enjoyed them. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's watch out, shall we? And that's what we ended up doing is we took on Haru, I believe it was. We took on Kudro, and we took on what's her name? The Kairi girl. Mika, there we go. We took on all three of those, or at least I know we took on Mika. I don't know if we took on the other two last time. And we brought Mika back to our team. And now we're gonna fight Tatsuki, bring him up and him back to our team. And then I think we have another story fight. And also, if you hear noise in the background, like the weird crunching thing from, my metal death trap of a couch, that's from my dog Henry. He's currently laying there. So if you hear sound moving around or like licking of lips, that's kind of him. So let's go get this started. I forgot to build more decks off camera. I knew I was forgetting something. Okay, well, because as I said, I wanted to try. I'll go read this first. I knew you'd come, huh? Tatsuki, I'm sorry for trampling all over your trust. You trusted me to the point of disbanding Draco Moon, but no, I should be the one apologizing to you. Huh, Nani? I could tell. Your Vanguard was one of wanting to serve others. I knew that, yet I ignored it because of the way you led everyone. It made me think that I didn't need to worry about you. Tatsuki, that's why I'm here today, to prove just that. Huh? I'm not here because anyone asked me to be here. I'm here of my own will. I see. People like us are only able to express ourselves through fights. But when we do, we can say everything about ourselves. Huh? You can only prove that feeling of yours and that your feelings and will are true through a fight. And the same goes for me. Okay then, let's Vanguard. Okay, anyways, ignoring that. So where was I going with this? Okay, I meant to build more of the. Oh wait, no, right, the Grand Grace thing, because I'm trying to finish all these matches with Grand Grace. Yeah, okay, well, first up, if you don't remember, before I get on my point from before, actually, I'll finish my point first. I meant to build more Lyrical Monasterio decks off camera, because as you all know, I wanted to, like, play all the decks on camera before the story ends, and all that's missing now is Lyrical Monasterio. The thing is, I don't know if we have enough fights to do all of them left, because I do want to use Grand Grace for the final battle. So I don't know if we're going to have, like, enough time to use all of them. If we do, great, because I've already used Kairi. By the way, when I say use, I mean they don't have to win. Because I know not every deck I've used has won on camera, like Ava, for example. Or maybe Ava did win on camera, I just don't remember. But, I know at least didn't run against Rasen. But, like, I want to be able to show off every one of my decks at least once, and then that be the end of it. I mean, granted, I'm still going to obviously play through the rest of the game, on everyone else's story, but I kind of want to run through with their main decks and not run through with like a bunch of Lyrical fucking Monasterio decks. But anyways, the point I wanted to make here for Tatsuki actually is, if you don't remember, the last time we were near Tatsuki, we did a free story for him, and it kind of revealed that Tatsuki ran away from home, or like, I don't know if it's exactly ran away from home, but he ran away from his responsibility of being a shrine owner. So most likely, like, ran away from home, which kind of, like, led me to think a lot of things of how, like, structures in worlds are different than others. Like, okay, maybe not even structures in, like, nations is what I mean, but, like, more along the lines of structures in classes. And what I mean by classes is, like, middle class, lower class, upper middle class, you get the point. Because, granted, yes, different cultures have different things, so, like, there are some cultures, like, for example, and I'm just going to use one from my current living situation, Hawaiians. Like, I'm not Hawaiian, by the way, unless being born in the Hawaii makes me Hawaiian, but in my opinion, it doesn't. If it does, then I'm wrong, but in my opinion, it doesn't make me Hawaiian. But I know a lot of Hawaiians and a lot of Hawaiian households, they end up having multiple generations, and, their parents, grandparents, current generations, and maybe even their great-grandparents, if they're still alive, all live in the same household. And, it's kind of like multi-generational type of deals. And they have, obviously, the traditions we are bound to, connection to the earth, etc., stuff like that. I feel like I just kind of, like, ran a crash course on Hawaiian history, which I didn't. I could go into much more detail if I felt like this, but I don't feel like going on a rant. So, go, blast a blade, dude. Fuck over the rear guard. In hindsight, if I was thinking about this smarter, I should have murdered the pony with Blaster Dart, because then I could suicide bomb her into the Vanguard or the rear guard with one of my rear guards, but, I'm not always the smartest cookie in the jar or the sharpest tool in the shed, as you sack. Okay, cool. But anyways, like, it kind of got me thinking, like, there are, like, in mainly classes. I wanted to, I mean, religion definitely has a place on, or maybe not religion, but like, you know, where you live kind of has a place on it, like your, I don't want to say something racist is the thing, but I feel like what I'm about to say is racist. Okay, cool. Now I sack double crits. What happened before when I was trying to win by sacking double crits? Okay, anyways, you know, like, I was going to use an example from American culture because I don't want to say something racist, on accident. And that's, you know, where, like, say, for example, your family has a business, and, or, like, a really big, booming business, and you don't want to go into that business, but because, you know, you're male or something. I know that, like, sometimes as a grasp on who inherits a business or not, if they're male or not, but, not always, but sometimes. It's like, you know, you kind of have to inherit the family business whether you like to or not, and I don't know. I feel like it's just an interesting thing. Someone please correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm kind of just speaking out of my ass with, like, kind of bits and pieces of information from here and there that I've seen from, like, documentaries, stories that I've kind of looked up and looked a little bit into, but not too much into, you know. I am so tempted to outright take this. Oh, because I have to guard 2 or more. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this. I could guard for fuck you, but I don't feel like it. Okay, thank God he didn't see a crit. Even if he sees the over here, I win. Cool, you see a draw. I mean, that kind of brings me to another thing, though, like just him playing Dark States. Unica. So, this week, and I know whenever I say this week, I date the video, even though, like, it comes out the week after. Like, for example, I was really just, like, kind of watching a little snippet of my video from, actually, last Wednesday, the one where we fight, I think it's called Rebirth, the one where we fight Rasen and Taichi, spoiler alert if you haven't watched that yet, and, I was literally just watching it before I started recording this, and I remember I said in there, I don't think I named the date, but I said this week we are on episode 8 of the anime, and as of when I'm recording this, it is literally a week and a day after I recorded this, so right now it's March 8th, before I believe it was February 28th, I think it would have to be for that to work. Yeah, I think it was February 28th last time, and, do I want to call Belvedere? I do. Sorry, Blaster Blade, no offense, but I do want to make rear guards. But, you know, it was a whole thing, because I was a week behind, technically speaking, because, again, for me at that time, it was episode 8 was going up for the first time. But for you guys, and for me now, episode 9's coming up this week. So, in terms of time-wise, it doesn't make much sense, you know? Okay, am I just gonna sack crits left, right, and center? Fuck it. I want Fosato to hit is the thing, just in case, like, by some miracle he does. If I pull another crit, I'm putting it on Fosato. Okay, well, I didn't pull another crit. So I'm gonna put it on you, just so I can force out a little bit more guarding power. If he dies to that, so be it. But, like, he's gonna have to pull both either double heals or an over to survive, so by all means, my dude, pull what you want from this. Or drop a PG, that works too. I don't know if he has another trigger in hand. What did he sack? He sacked triple triggers earlier. Because he had 3 in a row. He sacked a draw into something else, and then he sacked the crit on his damage. I don't remember what trigger he sacked. Oh, he sacked a front. That's what it was, so unless that's a trigger, this hits. Fuck you. Okay, well, I don't get my freebie soul charge, or counter charge, which kind of sucks in the long run, but it's fine. I've kind of won anyways, unless he pulls an over or a heal, and even if he does and makes it to his next turn, he definitely can't win. I have enough PGs to outlast him, so game, by any chance? That was sadly easy. But yeah, you know, like, where's I going? What point was I? Oh yeah, my time being weird. Because like I said, now it's March 8th for me. Okay, let's continue reading. Tatsuki, I put an immeasurable weight on your shoulders. I'm sorry for that. But as you saw in our fight, I meant what I said. Even in the situation we find ourselves in now, I still can't wait to see the potential inside of you. I'm so glad. I was able to meet you and everyone else through Vanguard. I get it. It lets us understand things that are hard, even impossible to put into words. Fights show everything about a person. Fights show you everything. That's just something I heard from someone say once. But you know, I do think it's true. I do too. I didn't believe you. I didn't believe it. But I'm glad it wasn't you. Huh? What do you mean? The Rowan fighter I just faced said something that struck with me. That there's a traitor in our midst. Oh shit. A traitor? What do you mean by that? Huh? Let's get back to the shop. Yeah. That is kind of some, yeah. Oh, attack over trigger. So it's probably the opposite of Rescends, where it's, because Rescends was the defensive over, defense over trigger, where you can stack it more easily. This one is increasing more easily if your opponent's at 5 damage, so great. I might use that, honestly. Oh, hey, rematch with Mika. Anyone else we have story free fights with? Because I kind of need to use my other decks. Cool. Because this is a fight I can kind of win, I'm gonna go ahead and use my only other Lyrical Monasterio deck I've built at the moment, because it's the only one I bothered to build, and that would be you. Okay, let's do this. But I was talking about like how episode 8 had just came out for me, or not even came out for me, but how it was gonna come out that week. And now for this week it's episode 9. But again, this is a week before, or this is a week before you guys are seeing it. So for me, it's episode 9. For you guys, it's actually episode 10 that's in 2 days. And also, I'm recording this before I go on spring break, so that's fun. Because I have a lot of shit to do over spring break, so like it's not gonna be a fun time. I did not realize it's my first time playing Celestials and Oh, that's cool. That's a cute little animation. But, this is the first time I've, played Celestials in, Deer Days. But anyways, you know, time is always weird when I'm recording these. And unless I date them, I feel like a lot of people get confused. Like, hey, what the hell are you talking about? Episode 8 was last week, not this week. And then my response would be, yeah, I recorded this like a week ago, my bad. But, like, where's I going with this? Oh, yeah, okay. So for me, not for you guys. For me, we just got, like, Unica's reveal, or technically we got Unica's revealed last Friday, but, like, for me, we got its official skill release, even though, again, okay. Point is, alright, I forgot about Indecisive skill, yeah, Soul Boss. Sorry, I was too busy on my rant, I forgot what was going on. Okay, Ride, skill, return that to bottom, bind the top card. I remember when most of the time I played this deck, and the first time I played that deck, it was always the over that I have to send to bottom. I don't know why. So what's the skill I have from you? It is, during the battle, you attack, can't call, god damn it. And you are, okay, actually, do you have Alessio on your card? You do. Ooh. In that case, I will call you, and if I am thinking about this the right way... Yeah! Let's go, baby! I knew that. Oh, that's so cool how it does like the double. I knew that would work. Let's fucking go. And because she'll have boost, we'll call and then skill to soul charge 1. Let's go. I can't believe that. God damn it. Okay, that's fair though. That's fair. I got a W from that. I'll take that as a. I'll take the L on that one. Okay, but anyways, battle phase. Where's my thought process going with this? Trying to think. I lost my. Oh yeah, we just got Baiko, and I just started building. And not started building. I obviously built Baiko already. And I gotta say, the new Unica or like the new Estrella deck with her, maybe it's just my build, fucking sucks. Like, and you know the funny thing is too, and what doesn't make sense to me, this deck. And I love this too. I remember I was ranting, or not ranting about it, but I talked about it in a video where I had just gotten a comment from someone that said, you know, deck thinning only makes your deck better because you thin for triggers. And I fucking wanna like so badly go like right back to that person. Hey dude, you know, remember when you said deck thinning makes your deck better? Guess what? This was me getting a heal trigger, but anyways, what I want to say is like I want to go back to that video, that comment, and go tell the guy, hey, remember when you said deck thinning makes your deck better? Dude, you were so fucking wrong. And I want to like go on a rant with it because the thing is like the Unica deck. I mean, obviously it's not the exact same, but I run the Searcher, I run the Mask, I run Baiko at 4, and I only drop my Persona Art by 1. Now, here is the thing. Yes, I dropped the amount of cards that can get triggers from... Oh, yeah, by the way, that was on pure accident. Thank you, girl, for making that go off. But, what skills do I want to go? Counterboss 1, the opponent's grade 3 Vanguard. Okay, so it's not worth trying it. In that case, we'll just, and you don't have boost because you're on place rear guard. So, because it can hit, we'll call, and we'll go battle phase. But anyways, what ended up happening is, like, or, the deck, I mean, granted, I got rid of my cards that can send triggers from drop zone to soul, but I put in more searchers, and I actually got rid of more counter blasters. So I actually have less counter blasters and I have more searchers. And you know what the dumb part about it is? I somehow have more of a counter blast problem now than I did before. And I see my crits less often. Literally in the game I'm having go up on Friday for me, and for you guys it was last Friday, Gradual versus Unica. Straight up, there was I don't remember if I showed it or oh wait, can it minus you regardless? Choose one of your opponent's grade. I can't. He's not a grade 3. What the fuck are you trying to do? Anyways, one of the that game, I don't know if I showed it or not, I didn't get a single critical trigger into my soul. I had deck thinned 5 different times, and every single time, well, yeah, every single time I took, well, not 5, 4. Yeah, 4. And every single time I had taken a card out of my deck, and literally I saw none of my critical triggers. And not just in drive checks, in the entire game, I didn't see a single critical trigger. Not in my draws, damage, or soul. And both decks got to go twice. Meaning they were both at grade 3s for 2 turns, and Unica got to Persona Ride. I am not joking with you when I say Unica did not pull a single crit. And I had deck thinned 5 times, and each time I got a card out of deck. I cannot be making this up. And it's not just that game too. Granted, in other, and that's not the first time this happened too. It was also the Nirvana game too, where I didn't see a single crit, which doesn't fucking make sense. And that was before I put in those searchers. So my deck was pretty much the same, except I had reverse Unica. And I still didn't see the triggers. And again I say, I've played this deck like 10 times now, or not even 10, well, more than 10 actually, but like somewhere between 10 and 20. Every single time I struggled to get 3 crits in bind zone. Before, it was every 5 games I would struggle once. Now it's literally every game I struggle to get 3 crits in the bind zone, in general. Like, if I get 3 crits on, I remember, so far with this new deck, I have gotten crits in bind zone, 3 crits in bind zone, on first grade 3 turn, a total of once. And that was the game I steamrolled. Easy win, no doubt about it. And now we come into like this section, where I'm kind of like, this is fucking bullshit. Like, it's so annoying, I guess, what I'm trying to say here, that it's a Persona Red. Oh, it's not a Persona Red, really. But, how am I trying to say here? Can I talk like a Persona Red, though? That's not a Persona Red. I don't want to write that. I should have called Final Turn. I mean, it's fine. Skill of Celestial. I add this back to hand. Let me quickly focus, because I don't want to mess up again, because I always mess up. Oh, there's a crit. Okay. I do this so I can get a draw out of it. Yeah, I do this so I can get it and a soul, because I'm going to need it for later. So Counter Blast 1, send her to soul, draw a card, give it a grade. I love how that animation changes though, it's so beautiful. And, oh, cool. We will then call you, use your skill to Soul Blast this out in case I have a way to get that back into my hand, which I don't think I do, but in case I do, add that to hand, bind you, skill, I get to draw a card. Oh wait, no I don't. Oh yeah, I forgot her ability activates on rear guard, but anyways, drop the rear guards by 5k. I believe I can use your skill, right? I can, most likely. Because it says any card with white wings that is a 8k, or no, it's just any 8k, so come back to me, child. And I then call her, so I have booster, and then sadly I must say this grade 2 must go, so I can hit, but I think we're all around pretty good. And then we just head into the battle phase. Swing, because you are now at grade 3, I use my skill to drop your Vanguard by 5 whole K, so now you're at 3k. So this is a trigger to guard. I think he has a trigger in hand. He probably does. Oh yeah, there it is. But anyways, you know, it's just... Where was I going with this? I forgot what I was talking about now, actually, legitimately. Oh yeah, but like, I just want to like go tell him that, or her, whatever their gender was, that I'm just like, trigger thinning doesn't do it, especially because the dude had the audacity to say, don't blame luck for you not being able to draw cards, bitch. I just deck thin. I deck thin more, like I said, this deck actually has the ability to deck thin. The other one didn't, and I saw more crits in general in that one than I'm seeing in this one. And you're telling me that deck thinning is better. Bitch, are you serious? Are you really doing this with me right now? Like you're not joking. You're being 100% serious. Bullshit. Like, it bothers me so much because I know in my like heart of hearts that it can't be just pure luck, because that deck is supposed to be more consistent, and it's not. It is worse. It is actively worse. I am drawing none of my pieces, which, by the way, have stayed at their copies amount that I had before. I might actually lose this one now that I think about this. But like I said, my pieces have stayed at their copies amount like they weren't before. I only dropped the cards I wasn't going to use, or that I rarely use anyways, and I'm somehow struggling now. It doesn't make sense, and I really hope you don't pull a grade 3 in your draft check, good sir, because if you do, I am legit dead. So, don't pull a grade 3 in your drive check, please, so I can walk away from this turn alive. Actually, I might be able to walk away from this turn alive in general, as long as I'm, like, lucky. Because that's what, 28? So, as long as he doesn't pull 2 triggers, I'm good. Okay, well, as long as he doesn't pull 2 triggers, I'm fine. Don't put it on Van, put on either of the 2 rear guards. Okay, thank God. Okay, I'm safe, as long as he doesn't pull the over. Okay, fuck you, but that's fine. I lived somehow. By some miracle, I'm still alive. But, like, barely, and now I gotta break through a freebie damage and 2 hand cards. Like, this is not gonna be easy. And he Soul Blaster, so I don't even get to know what one of those hand cards is. But, what I'm trying to say here is this. If you're one of the people that truly believes that Vanguard is 100% more skilled than Luck, or like Luck is a loser, because he's also said that Lux is a loser excuse for winning, when literally one of your first interactions with a gameplay of Vanguard is Luck, and that is your opening hand, and even then your mulligan. Like, if you're one of the people, and I'm not calling people out, but if you're one of the people that truly 100% believe that Vanguard, that you can win even if your luck is shit, which is true, you can, but if you believe that you will always win even if your luck is shit because you're a skilled player, you are insane. Like, not to sound rude, but you are insane, because you could have the perfect game, or like a near perfect game, and you could just lose because your opponent trigger sacked. Like, we all know that's possible. Like, you just lose to a trigger sack. Like, I remember, and my friend, if he watches this video, I want you to comment this so that people know I'm telling the truth on this one. We were playing, not a mirror match. I was playing my Clarence deck that just has a stupid amount of grade 1s, which that deck has proven to win a lot. Like, that deck has proven that even though it was built for a stupid purpose, and that purpose was just to spam the main, because I never use the main, I never see people use a deck just to use the main, so I built a deck solely around the main. When I had played the deck against him, and he's lost to this deck, like, I don't know, 10 times already, probably, because I don't play the deck super often, I just play whenever I feel like it, but, you know, he's lost to the deck a decent amount of times already, and, yeah, I've lost this. There's no way in hell I'm walking away the winner of this. I could pray that I see heals, because, have I seen heals yet? I have. I think I might be dead then, because that's what, 1 heal right there. How many are in drop if I can check, please? 1 is in there. 2, I'm so dead. I'm not walking away from next turn alive. If he stands, I am dead. Granted, he has to have a Bastion in hand, but I think I'm dead anyways. Cause what? He swing, yeah, if he boost, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. Cause the thing is, even if I, guard, well now I can't guard the vent, so I have to pull a heal outright, which I'm not going to. So GG's, my dude, you won this fair and square. Yeah, it wasn't, now I see my Persona Reds. Okay, anyways, oh, by the way, I think that was the first Persona Red out of 4 that entire game. But, and now I'm gonna go, like, throttle the fuck out of Toya with a fucking Lyrica Monasterio deck. Let's just, bring the heat, cause fuck it, and because he's playing this, I feel like I have an equivalent right to play, if it loads, Bruce. Anyways, Where was I going with this? I forgot my point. Oh yeah, we were playing Clarence Orb versus his Gallop deck, and he was, yeah, we're playing Clarence Orb versus Gallop deck. One of us bricked. I forgot if it was me or him. Oh no, I bricked. I remember this. I bricked, which is rare, believe it or not. And I know, you don't believe it either, but it is actually rare. And what ended up happening was I rode to, I did my normal ride, and he was just seeing crits or just triggers in general the entire game. Like when I tried to rush him early, he saw triggers, and I just didn't see any triggers, and I damage checked, or I drew too many of my crits. That's what I mean by bricking, by the way. And I rode to Clarence, and I swung at Vanguard. My first, oh wait, no, this wasn't my Clarence deck, sorry. This was his Absolute Blaster deck, which is Blaster Dark, or sorry, it was Absolute Despair, there it goes, Absolute Despair, and I was on Blaster Dark. I don't know where the fuck I got Clarence from, but I was on Blaster Dark. I had Blaster Dark on rear guard, I was on PBD, okay, final answer, I was on PBO, and I was doing my shenanigans, and I swung at his face, he was at 1 damage, he no guards at both drive checks or crits, and he takes it, and I pump it all to rear guard, and no, it was the over. Right, yeah, because I remember my Blaster Dark also had twin drive. I got a crit, I got an over crit to Vanguard, power to rear guard, etc. I had another rear guard too. I swing, he takes it, drive checks a crit, so I got double crits, and I put it on crit to Vanguard, or same on that unit, and I should really be paying attention to what I'm doing. Call, cause fuck it. Call Eden in case this plan works out. 18 Vanguard, either he guards us or I get a free rear guard. But what ends up happening is he takes it, he goes to 5 now, and I swing with Blaster Dark, who has twin drive because he had no rear guards. Oh wait, no, he has, oh yeah, because it's V Blaster Dark, or not V, D Blaster Dark. So I swing at his Vanguard, and he no guards this. I do my twin drive, or sorry, he doesn't no guard. He doesn't PG it because he doesn't have PGs, but he throws down basically enough to block. Because I put the million on another unit because I was dumb. But anyways, I do my swing, do my twin drive, whatever. He survives it. His next turn, I am at 2 damage, and I have a shit ton of crits in hand. I have about 6 or 7, and none of them are crit sentinels. They're all 15k crits, and I have only seen 1 heal this whole game, and it's in my damage zone face down. So I have 2 face down damage, and one of them's a heal. I think the other one may have been a crit. No, the other one was a draw. I remember this, because I also only see 1 PG that entire game, and it was the draw PG, Mac Lear. He does his whole shenanigans, strides into Unibird, he doesn't do much power gain, he does a little, and he swings at Vanguard for 110. Because he laurels me, because he called the fact that I didn't have a PG, and he called it right. Now, here's the situation. I could have guarded this. He swings, like I said, Unibird, double critical, 110 I think it was, or basically all you need to know, the number was essentially, I can block him, I can, but I block him for a 2 to pass. He has 5 drive checks, I block him for 2, because again, I don't have PGs. And I'm like, I do need CB, because remember my CB is empty at the moment, and I do want to make sure I can kill him next turn, because he's at least going to get a fuck ton of guarding power out of this, so I no guard. He runs 12 crits, by the way. But here's the thing. He had to G-assist this turn. And in total, 8 of his 12 crits were out of deck. So, at this moment, 8 of his 12 crits are out. I'm at 2 damage. He has to pull 2 of them to kill me. And I'm confident, and that's why I didn't guard, because if he did pull 2 anyways, I'd be dead. So it didn't matter. So I was like, no guard. First check, crit. Puts on Van, fuck me. Second check, crit. It's fine, it's fine. I can pull heal. I just have to pull heal on the last damage. Third check, crit. How? Fourth check, nothing. Last check, crit. He pulled all 4 remaining crits back to back to back with 1 card separating them. 1 card and all remaining crits back to fucking back. And I didn't, and my, damage checks, I think the first one was a no trigger, second one was a heal, third one was a no trigger, fourth one was a no trigger, and I kept going because I was going to take the extra damage. Last 2, one of them was a draw, the other one was a PBD, and my thought process was like, why? And that's why I didn't guard, because I knew he was going to pull the over. But my thought process was like, how? And it's not the fact that he pulled 4 triggers either, because it's the normal bullshit he does anyways, kind of. But my thought process is 4 crits. He had 28 deck cards left. And he pulled all 4 remaining crits in his deck, back to back, with nothing separating them. And if you think he decked in for them, remember, this is his first grade 3 turn. The only deck thinning he's done to this point is using Grand Scout this turn once. 1 use of Grand Scout. I just remembered he had rear guard drive checks. 1 use of Grand Scout. That is all he had. That is the only thing he had for deck thinning this, and the GSS. The only thing he had for deck thinning this entire game. And he sees quad crit. Not just any quad crit, his remaining quad crit. And this is why I get annoyed when people say something like, oh, you should have guarded. Bitch, I would have died anyways. He literally, I could guard for 2 to pass. He had no rear guards that were standing. If he put it on rear guard, he'd be insane. Like, he had to put it on Vanguard. It wouldn't have mattered. And people would be like, draw PGs. I did, the only 2 PGs I saw both ended up in damage. I didn't have a choice. It's not like I actively discarded them. I didn't have a choice in the matter. Okay, Riot, Unrivaled Bruce. I hope I win this turn, because I really don't want to have to redo this again. CB1. Play Ord. Whoa, ho, 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 ho. I don't want to call that. I want to call this here. And we're going to add 10,000 power to the front row. We're going to use Derek's skill to CB1, send Derek to Soul, and say, fuck my counterblast, I guess. But in exchange, Alden dies, and I get to look at the top 2. Perfect. I actually get a rear guard out of this, and I'll call him here. And then I will send a rear card to Soul, and Krasty gets another big buff, which is great. And we head in there for battle phase. Sadly, Leonard cannot kill a column at the moment, but yeah, actually, if I use Eden, I'm dumb. So, you know, we will use Leonard to kill columns. Because this is kind of more important in this moment, because in case he lives, you know, I do want to make, I mean, now he's has a higher chance of living, especially because he does have the ability to block a 15. But I at least want to make sure that he struggles, and great, both those weren't triggers, so that's perfect. Anyways, 25. Okay, so he guards, so I know he does have a heal left. But, you know, again, I say, anyone that believes, like, you can't, that as long as you're skillful enough, you won't lose off luck, that is the most bullshit thing ever. And I'm not saying I am super skillful, like I would never lose off luck, because again, I say, right there, like the odds were literally in my favor, and the odds were like, nah, fuck you, you deserve to lose. And I had to deal with that, but never, I guess what I'm trying to say here is, never think that just because you are better than your opponent in terms of skill, that you won't lose off of just the purest of dumb luck. Especially when, like, things like the over triggers, it's like, you can lose off the over. Like, I remember, I was playing a game against him, and I had sacked the over. We both knew that the only reason I was going to win was the over. And granted, I was like hyped up in the moment because that's what the over is meant to be, right? Like, you know, a hype moment. But I gotta tell you, I felt so bad having like, and I know when I feel bad, I laugh about it. And I know, like he said, I didn't like feel bad, and that was like kind of true because like obviously part of me's happy that I won, especially because that game he was also trigger sacking me to death. So I felt like this was kind of payback. But you know, I did genuinely feel bad that I had won because I had sacked the over, and that's what a lot of people feel like. Because you know you won off the virtue of luck and not off the virtue of skill, unless like you had set up specifically for that over. Like I know there have been games where I have set myself up to where the over is the reason why I'm gonna win, and that's fine. Like if you're personally setting up for the over, or like you both play a very good game and it's down to the point where you need that one card to make the difference, the over is fine. I'm not gonna call someone out on winning with an over if they're like either entire game plan was based off it or both players genuinely play. Actually, I just realized I have yet to use Hexa, haven't I? I don't think I have. So Hexa it is. But goddamn, now I have to run into a mirror match with fucking what's her name, Mika. I don't want to do that, but I'm gonna do it anyways. But yeah, like you know, it's I like how I keep saying yeah, you know, like you know, with the thing, you know how it is. But, it's just... How do I put this? If you have a good game with someone, and, like, one of you sacks the over, but, like, it's what one of you need to sack the over anyways, or one of you need just to start sacking triggers for the game to be over with, then in my mind, no one got screwed over. If both of you are playing so well that it literally is going to take a trigger and a specific one-up trigger at that to break the dead even tie, then in my mind, you shouldn't be disappointing yourself that you won because of the over, because it was like a dead even tie. Like, there have been games between me and my friends where the over was, we could sit there and it would probably be one of us loses to deck out, but who likes to win by deck out unless you're trying to prove a point? So, like, there's that, obvious, or like you really need, unless like you really need to win that day, then I don't think winning by deck out's a cool thing. So but like there have been games where between me and my friends where, you know, the over is kind of needed to break the stalemate so we're not just sitting there for hours and hours on end. And I remember there was a fun game too with my friend, like the same from before, where we were playing and he had sacked the over. And I know I didn't tell him this. I kept this in the back of my mind because I didn't want to. And the reason why I kept this in the back of my mind isn't so I can make up a bullshit story, but this was because this was back when the over was being heavily criticized, and because of like what was it? Not Springfest, but Bro, or maybe it was Springfest 2023, or not 2023, 2022. You get the point. But like, you know, when the over was getting heavily criticized by like pretty much everyone, and I kind of was like, okay, cool, I'll keep the heal on top because I can sack with it and battle phase. So you go here, and but I kept this in the back of my mind. But he had sacked the over on me aggressively, and he had won the game the next turn. I had survived the turn because I was guaranteed to survive the turn, but he had won the game the next turn because he had the aggressive numbers on me. And I didn't say this to him because I didn't want to make him feel bad, because I know like he's kind of like the middle of competitive and casual, where like especially because like I've been kind of telling him about this, of how like the over has now been like finally people are kind of getting super mad about it, or like people's opinions about it are finally like coming into let's get rid of the over, fuck everyone who uses the over, etc. Where was I going at this point? I forgot it entirely. But like, trying to think of my words. The issue kind of came down to, I just didn't want to like ruin his win, you know, because like he's genuinely a good guy. He did deserve the win, especially because the match those days were not going in his favor. He needed a win that day, and I don't feel remotely bad about like not telling him about that. But like, you know, the thing is, if he had pulled the over, even if he pulled it defensively, if he didn't pull the over then and there, he would have lost. Like, cause it was Blood's favor, by the way. He was playing Stoicheia, which is rare for him. But it was just when he started to pick up Flagberg. And the thing was that if he had pulled that defensively last turn, or like during my next turn, I would have won, because the 1 million is what fucked me, because I had everything to guard his turn, and the 1 million pushed everything over the, especially the front trick with it and the crit. It pushed me over the limit. It pushed me from what would have been 3 to 4 damage if I felt like getting CB to 5 damage, and I just couldn't do anything about it, especially because I didn't have a fucking PG, which sucks, but that's just how it is. And if he had pulled, especially the heal too, like the heal made it so basically I couldn't out pressure him. But if he had pulled that defensively, I would have had more than enough to survive his next turn, and then some, or maybe not more than enough, but you know, enough to survive the next turn. But then like, if he had pulled it earlier, depending on, well actually not even depending on when, if he had pulled it earlier, the damage would have already been done from it, so it's not like it would have made that much of a difference. But again, I say, kind of just shows up to where things happen, you know? Like, you just kind of gotta accept the loss and deal with it, you know? Okay, did I put both grade ones on top? Okay, I did. The thing is, I didn't remember if I did or not, because I honestly kind of just clicked the buttons and prayed that I did. Skill, now I get to shuffle my deck for triggers. And that is how you make plays on pure accident, because I tell you what, none of that was intentional. None of that was like planned out in my mind. That was on pure unorthodox accident. 18 to Vanguard skill. I will drop from my hand this heal trigger in order to check the top 2 and hopefully stack triggers. Nope. Okay then, how many do I want to send to bottom? Pick bottom first. Wait. Is your skill, put them to top, choose up to 2 cards. Okay, so in that case, these 2 go to bottom. So in that case, you. Okay, cool. So now 28, I have a better chance of seeing triggers. I'm probably not going to, because let's be fair, my luck honestly sucks with triggers, but you live what you got. And okay, you're just gonna sack defensives, aren't you? But it's just something you learn to deal with. And it was fair. But, and that kind of brings me to some thoughts, because I know I never made a video about it. I know I occasionally talked about it, like, I would leave a hint here and there about my opinion, but I feel like whoever complained about the over, I feel like in my mind that they are not entirely obligated, but they should be also complaining about normal triggers. Because you can still very much lose to normal trigger stacking than just overs. And if you tell me right now that in your entire time of playing Vanguard that you haven't been trigger sacked or that you haven't lost because someone trigger sacked, I will first off say bullshit. And then my second statement would be, then clearly you haven't played it long enough yet, because everyone has had that experience. Like, I can think of many different people, both my friends, me, myself, just random YouTubers on the internet that have lost because of trigger stacking. Or because you got an unlucky draw at a moment and you just couldn't win. Like, if you genuinely believe that the over is a problem, or that at the time the over is a problem, I'm not gonna say in Premium it wasn't a problem, because in Premium they had ways to abuse the fuck out of it. Premium they had so many ways to abuse the fuck out of it, so I'm not gonna say anything about that. But if we're talking about D, and you're complaining, especially when this issue arose, if you're complaining about it then, my thought process just, I want to hear you complain about normal triggers too. Because I've lost much more games, and like, this isn't just because, you know, I played Vanguard longer than just D, because even in just D period, I have lost more to generic trigger sacking than I have lost to over sacking. And that's why I PG, because I literally knew he was going to get double crits. See, I wanted to take that because I need CB for my next turn. But I knew he was going to pull double crits. And if I took that, that would have been generic trigger sacking I lost to right then and there. Not joking. And if you wanted to blame the over because, oh, I would have pushed him to 5 next turn, or I would have killed him last turn, no, I wouldn't have. I know very damn well you had more than enough to block me. And see, I can barely block this. I actively was about to lose to generic trigger sacking. See? Like, straight up. You can't argue that point. It's just a thing, and you gotta learn to do it. If you're wondering why I didn't intercept with this one, it's because I didn't want to waste shield value just in case you did manage to make it to my next turn, because, you know, I want to make sure I push. Because he has like, what, 10? Oh, fuck, he has 13. Yeah, I am not killing him. Oh, you should. I can't use your skill! I mean, unless I kind of... How confident am I in seeing a front? I mean, I guaranteed to get a crit, that's for sure. I don't feel confident enough, so... And by I don't feel confident enough, I mean I'm doing it anyways, fuck it. Battle phase, okay. In case, how many fronts are out? I think I run 4. I think I run 4. I might not, who knows? Well, if I do, I have 4 left, so... 20 to Van. He's gonna take this. He'd be dumb if he didn't. Yep. Cool, he lost the arena. But, yeah, just generic trigger sack can kind of fuck you over more than normals. Give me a second. Now I'm just trying to think of, like, any generic topic I can talk about, because frankly, I'm at a loss for words. Okay, he knows I have a crit top. I'm pretty sure I've lost this game, too, because if he has another, like, Nirvana accessible, he can very much win. Okay, so here's the thing. I can guaranteedly use your skill to countercharge one, and then I can bounce the Urger to deck, so retire to countercharge. Please tell me countercharge is the top option. It is the top option, great. So countercharge 1, so now next turn, or at the end of this battle, I can use this thing's skill to, you know, remove the arcs, which is great, because it's going to put some pressure on him. Second check, no trigger. Can I see a front trigger, please? Damn it. Okay, yeah, now I'm actually, if he doesn't, you do another Mahar, I am legit dead, but, let's just focus on getting rid of his shit for now. Because I don't want him living, or at least I don't want him living without a struggle. So go away. Oh. What? Oh, Trickstar was in his ride deck. I was like, wait, if you remove a Varina from the game or from the board, does it remove the Trickstar as well? Because I know like the Trickstar follows it, but I thought the Trickstar would go to bottom, not to fucking ride deck or not remove from game. And I'm like, nani? But I guess that's ride deck. I guess. I don't know. Don't Mahar again. Okay, I'm dead. I can't live this turn. Like, he's unless it's a trigger. Okay, that would have been helpful 5 seconds ago, but okay, cool, I got defensives. Now I'm dead, because I cannot block that. Like, see what I mean? Like, generic triggers kind of fuck you, because if you didn't see that double crit last turn, I could have taken an attack, double triggered. There's no way in hell he doesn't use the skill. I'm dead anyways. It doesn't matter. He's gonna see a crit, watch. Okay, see a heal. Prove me right. Either way, you see a trigger. Like, see, generic trigger sacking is arguably worse than sacking it over because, I don't know, it's just more frequent, you know? Because there's 15 more triggers in a deck than there are, like, one over trigger, so... This game is just me getting use the skill. Yeah, see, this game is just me getting sacked to death by Yu, because I don't think I have heals left. Or if I do, there's one left, and I have to sack it on... Yeah, I gotta sack it on this last damage, so... Once I see the over. See the over, see my last heal, please? See? That is just luck. That, like... If he didn't see doubles, I could have done something last turn and, you know, not drop on my guarding power. Because I would have willingly... If he saw one crit last turn, would have been fine, because I could, you know, push him to 5 and win. But... Or, well, no, I could go to 5, and then his Mahar can't kill me and push me to a freebie 4. But, I mean, well, then again, Mahar kind of got me 2 triggers, so that's fair. I really don't know what deck to use against you now. Fuck it, this one. Wait, no, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that one. I thought that was Barrow. I didn't mean to pick this. If I win, I keep this game. If I lose, I don't. I didn't mean to pick this! It was an accident! I don't like Gravidia! This was an accident! Fuck! Ditch, ride, I guess. Okay, skill view, because you decked them more. Top 7. Cool. 2 meteors. And then skill of Delin to draw a card. Deck thinning is in fact a deck winning. Okay, let's see what happens if I say that statement, because when my friend says it, he doesn't see the over till when it kills me. Do I see the over now? Soul charge, please. I don't, I just see triggers in general. Great. Call battle phase. 8 to Van. See a trigger. Any trigger works. I mean, to go back on the factor of luck too, some people just have better luck with other decks than other people do. Like, for example, me and my friend, we both use the Orphis deck that I use on the channel. It's the exact same build. My opening hand, and not just my opening hand, but just in general, I draw orders whenever I need them. What does his opening hand look like? He draws 5 orders. There have been games, multiple actually, more than just 1 or 2. There's like probably every 3 games he has, one out of every 3 games, he probably has a game where he has drawn all orders in his opening hand, whether that's post mulligan or not. And you know, at this point it's kind of just a joke between me and him that that's just how the deck works with him. And then he just will never draw orders for the rest of the game pretty much, or like outside of the first turn he will never draw orders again, which kind of is annoying because, you know, he needs setup to make sure he's fine, but at the same time he's like, I need guarding power right now is what I need. So it's like a thing where, like, for me the deck works perfectly fine. For him, the deck works like it's out to get him, which honestly is kind of funny to watch, not gonna lie. But it's kind of just like an example of if you believe that one version of a deck is perfect and or almost the exact same deck will work for everyone, I want to tell you, you are insane, like beyond compare, because quite literally, I have builds that I have been told work for other people. I know they work for me. I know sometimes they work for my friends, sometimes they don't. And then people that say, oh, this build sucks, well, and then like list how the other build is better. I don't think they realize, one, yes, I willingly do what I do on purpose because I don't like those other builds, but also because I have tried those other builds, and they just don't work for me. And then the people that are like, oh, you're playing it wrong. You're aware that I play like almost the exact same way everyone else does, right? It's literally just by pure luck that I either don't draw the cards I need that other people get. No, I don't want to use a skill because, oh, fuck, it's mandate. Oh, it's choose up to. Well, it says if I choose 2, right? Put them in the bottom any. Oh, I did it this time because fuck it, because it gets me orders back, and I just now realized Barbecuda was actually. Oh, perfect, I just got far back anyways. But, where's I going with this? Like, I'm forgetting my point because I also forgot the conversation I was talking about. Oh, yeah, just like how cards can work with different people. Like, sometimes you can have like, you could be like the best at this deck, or like you could have the best luck with this deck, and then someone else who knows how to play the deck perfectly just can't play it because the deck refuses to give them the cards they need. It's how it is. Like, for example, Gravidia. My friend, I remember on camera, I had the first soul charge I had was the over. My friend, and I've told this story numerous times on the channel to the point where if you haven't heard the story, you're new. It's where, and this is like anytime I talk about Gravidia, where my friend, and it doesn't work so often now as much as it did before, but whenever he would play Gravidia, he would just soul charge, draw. He would just deck in as much as he could to try to get the over. And again, this isn't him like strategically decking, like searching top 5 or outside of Wells. He didn't do any, and Gravidia Northlinger skill. He never did any selective searching. It was just always draw soul charge randomly. And it would always be in the last turn situation where he needed specifically to sack it over to kill me. And he would go, manifest my destiny, Ghetto, over trigger. It would literally be the card after he says that. And the funny thing is, too, we tried to prove that theory wrong by being like, you know what, he's always said it on the first drive check. So let's have him not say it on the first drive check. He doesn't say it on the first drive check. So we're like, okay, now say it during this drive check, his second one. Second drive check. Lo and behold, the over. Like, at that point, we've kind of, and now it doesn't work, or like, it doesn't work as often because we've tried to do this, and it just doesn't respond to him, and like we blame it on specific units because we added Shurgo to the deck. Coincidentally, at the time that we added Shurgo to the deck, it stopped working. Now that doesn't mean that Shurgo is the reason, and by the way, Shurgo's the one that reshuffles your meters back to deck. Now that doesn't mean Shurgo's the thing that caused that problem, but at the same time, if that happens to be at the same exact point where, you know, the strategy that used to sack triggers stopped working, I feel like that says something. Anyways, I'm gonna nuke this motherfucker's board this turn. So we're going all in with these. Skill of Neatness, Meteor Shower. I soul charge 1 and draw a card because I'm gonna go all in like my friend does. Skill, hey, there we go. Now it's working. It's not gonna work this time. The one time what? Okay, wait, I'm keeping that in hand just in case. But like the one time I say something, do I, you know, just because I got double crits coming down and everything, I'm gonna do it this way. So, call, skill, soul blast out, I mean, technically it doesn't matter, technically it does. Soul blast out that. Let's place that into order zone. Use its skill to soul charge again. Soul charge. Okay, that's fair. Let's do it again, because fuck it. Skill, we will soul blast again, and we will get my grade 2 meteor into the order zone. And then we will play this one just because fuck it. Now I have 8 cards in my order zone, and I will soul charge again just to prove an argument of point. Yep, that's a trigger. That was expected. We call this, and now we go into battle phase. Starting with Nordlinger, using Nordlinger skill, counterblast 1, sack, 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 and sack. That is 5, and that is exactly enough to kill his rear guards. So by getting rid of half my meteors, which means I can do this again next turn, which is great, I get plus 15k, a critical, my trigger effects were doubled, and straight up all of his rear guards died. This was on accident. I meant to pick Greedon, because fuck it, but I messed up and clicked the wrong deck on pure accident, but you know what they say, you live, you learn, fuck off. I really hope the grade 2 order doesn't require you to target a specific rear guard. Okay, thank God it doesn't, because I actually forgot what the grade 2 order does. Remove one of the Zaminas from the game. I don't know why it gives you the choice when, frankly, in that situation it doesn't matter. I mean, it kind of does, yeah, I can see it because, you know, rear guard lockdowns, but everyone in my farm has extra crit. He has to guard all of these. He very much has to. And watch, I'm not going to see a single trigger. I saw only 2 triggers out of this whole turn, and watch, I'm going to see none of them. You do this just to prove me wrong, don't you, game? Heal trigger, power here, I recover damage, and because I have doubles, I get to do it again. Sadly, I don't get to heal again, but that's fine. Can I maybe see another crit or any other trigger? That's fair. Oh, you know what? I forgot to say manifest my Genesis Destiny. Or that's my own bit, but manifest my destiny, etc. And it probably would have worked out. Swings. Okay, well if he survives this turn, he's not gonna have any CB to work with. He's gonna have little to nothing in hand. So, by all means, you block this. I dare you. Stay at 4. I don't have to worry about Mahar if you block this. I don't have to worry about Mahar, I guess. Great. I'm fine with this outcome. Fuck Mahar. And I am safe for the turn. Is it worth using the recycle skill if it goes off? Oh, it has to hit. Yeah, it has to hit. Okay, fair enough. Sadly, I don't have a Persona Ride, but he doesn't have a Mahar, and he doesn't have a Persona Ride. Okay. No. If you're wondering why I'm dropping this now, remember last game where he sacked doubles? Listen, if he sacks the if you sack the over, I lose. Thank you. That's also why I didn't guard him normally, because I was actually afraid that he would sack the over. Okay, so do I use Nordlinger skill just to get the doubles? Because the thing is, if I do that, I'm kind of like dropping myself extremely. Because these don't get extra crit, so they're no longer threats. But, you know what? We'll set that, and we'll just go battle phase. And if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Nordlinger, CB1, this, and this. So if I manage to draw into another Nordlinger and he survives this for whatever reason, I can at least guarantee that, you know, he's dead. Which, by the way, I still have yet to draw Persona Rides. I've seen 1 Persona Ride this entire game. This is what I'm starting to question about Dear Days, because this is like, what, so many games now where I've gone where my Persona Rides are just casually in the bottom 15 of the deck, which never happens whenever I play the game anywhere else. I think this is just Dear Days program. Can I see a crit, please? As fair as that is, watch, he sees a trigger just to shut down this rear guard. Watch, I'm willing to bet right now. Oh, he doesn't. Well, I'm pretty sure he lives anyways. If he doesn't, I'm damned. Yeah, he lives anyways. But he's dead next turn. Unless he sacks the over, he's dead. So, by all means, you go all in with this one as I just like check how many meteors are out. Okay, I'm pretty sure all of them are out at this point. I don't trust you, but like with a not at all. I don't trust you at all, you, because I think you're trying to dick me over in every way, shape, and form. So guard, break through this. See an over. I want to be clear, if he actually sees the over, I do lose. Just saying that now. Okay, he probably hasn't drawn Mahar then, because Mahar would have actively been smart to go into, so he probably has bricked this game. But as they say, sucks to suck. Final turn. Okay, I don't know if he has a PG or not. Hopefully I have enough meteors left in deck to where I can pull off Nordlinger skill, but something tells me I don't. Okay, well now I do. Probably, who knows. Oh, I only have 1 meteor in deck. Well, there's the over. Manifest my Genesis Destiny. Don't see the over from either of these 2 skills. Let's go! Do I have enough? Actually, I do. I have just enough thanks to that. Call over, because fuck it. Skill, because I definitely have the soul for this. Soul Blast. Let's fetch a meteor from drop zone. And because I have no I know the over's near the top. I know it is. And I know I'm just tempting fate, but fuck it, I don't really care anymore. Yep. Call. And I will play this one. And I'll stop while I'm ahead because I know that the overs are the next 2 cards. It's well, he has to guard all of these regardless. The best chance he has of living is just blocking the Barbudoids. How many heals does he have left? And on the coincidental note, also how many, you know, what's it called? I hate that so much. How many, you know, PGs has he lost? Can that not happen whenever I'm trying to search his drop zone? Okay, one more time. Aha! Okay, he has one in drop zone. Are you kidding me, dude? Oh, so the over was in hand. That's why he didn't do anything. He has all his heals left. And I want to see what trigger. It's because I said it this turn, isn't it? Wait, what's 38? 38 times 2 is enough, right? Yeah, 38 times 2 is more than enough. 1 mil. Skill. Everything doubles. Oh, doesn't it happen again, too? Yeah. That is the first time since Gravidia has come out that I have been able to do that to someone. And of course, it is the game I am talking about luck sacking being the reason why some people win. If that is not proof to you that you can win off the basis of pure luck, I don't know what is. I'm ending here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I have some things to think about. I have decks to build. So I'm gonna just quickly buy some packs and then skip through it, and that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. In the next one, I have no idea what the fuck we're gonna do, but we're probably gonna take on Mika, and by looks of it, we're gonna have to fight Gosetsu-san. I wanted to fight Mika this episode, but you know, the 2 losses made it just much harder to do that today. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join us, go to follow Twitch, and I'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget to send up your Vanguards.